Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Red Clocks by Leni Zumas. The story follows the lives of four women in the Pacific Northwest, and these four women find themselves questioning the feelings they have about motherhood. And this is because US starts implementing restrictive reproductive laws. The characters are labeled as their occupations. First, we have Roe, who is known as the biographer. She is in the process of writing a biography of a lesser known 19th century female polar explorer named Ivor Menor. Still in mourning over her brother's death, Roe gets up every day and teaches history at the local high school. Sometimes she starts her morning off at a fertility specialist office since she is trying to get pregnant in her late 30s with the assistance of a sperm donor. The Personhood Amendment was just ratified by Congress, giving every fertilized egg the constitutional right to life, liberty, and property. This federal law also bans abortions in all 50 states, which with providers at risk of being charged with second degree murder and abortion seekers at risk of being charged with conspiracy to commit murder. In vitro fertilization is also banned as the transfer of an embryo from laboratory to uterus is considered illegal. Another law, Every Child Needs Two, is taking effect soon where two parents with a valid marriage license are the only eligible people to adopt children. Single, unmarried people like Roe will soon be prohibited from adopting children. Her plan for motherhood has always been delayed as she was searching for her soulmate. But these laws have quickened her actions. She is getting tests frequently to see if her body can carry a baby to term with a sperm donor. But her chances of getting pregnant are low. And now she wonders how much time she has to rush her adoption application to get a child before she is not allowed to. Mattie, known as the daughter, is a student in Rose's class. A stellar student, she finds out she is pregnant. Her best friend Yasmin has been in the same situation right when the Personhood Amendment went into effect. The situation Yasmin was in destroys their friendship. So Mattie feels lonely as she looks for ways to get an abortion secretly, whether that means crossing the border into Canada or getting help from the mender. The mender or jinn is a traditional herbalist who lives away from society in the forest where her family has been known to make concoctions that treat ailments for centuries. When the Personhood Amendment goes into effect, Jin is still helping women with the abortions like she had always done, like her family generations before her had always done as reproductive care. When Mattie walks through her door, she feels a tinge for the sense of motherhood she gave up. Soon after, she is in the courtroom on trial for administering an abortion to another woman who ends up in the hospital with serious injuries. Then there's Susan, the wife. She is the wife to Didder, another high school teacher who happens to be work friends with Roe. Battling the fatigue of raising two younger children, Susan is tired and feels unappreciated by Didier, who likes to come home after dinner with his work buddies without giving her a heads up. Their marriage is fraught with friction that only Susan senses as she goes through her daily housewife chores. She wonders what it would be like to abandon her marriage and her children for another man, even with the every child needs two law looming. In the background of all these contemporary perspectives is the long gone explorer Ivor Menor, who, according to biographer Roe, goes on all male expeditions after rejecting marriage at age 19. Male domination follows Ivor as she constantly educates the men she venturing into the Arctic with. Though we don't sense any longing for children or becoming a mother for her, Evo's femaleness still leads to her demise in a world where her rights were always restricted. Red clocks is a term for the uterus, the organ that carries babies up to 9 months in pregnancy and sheds its lining every month for a period. The organ is the biological clock for women, always running on a schedule for the purpose of reproduction. Mattie wants to stop the clock in order to continue her studies and go off to college. Even though she was careful, even though her friend Yasmin was careful, pregnancy still occurred, and pregnancy in their teenage minds is shameful and destructive. On the other hand, Ro wants to get the clock fixed up. She desperately wants a child, and when she learns that her star student Mattie is pregnant and needs assistance in getting an abortion, she can't help but feel the complicated feelings. She can't get pregnant, while the teenagers who are in her face every day can easily get pregnant and not want to be pregnant, not want to have a child. Complicated feelings come up for Jin when Mattie approaches a makeshift clinic for assistance. When abortion was legal, Jin used a red clock to give birth, but she didn't give the baby. Though she helps other females with their abortions, sometimes something about Mattie's case strikes a chord with Jin. On another end of the spectrum, Susan gave birth to her first child when she was finishing up law school. The regret of not fulfilling her career goals because she had to start a family knots up inside her. Her red clock worked when she wasn't ready. But now she is wondering what life would have been like if it had not worked efficiently and she wasn't tethered down to her husband and children. Feelings change about motherhood, where we see Ro putting the pedal to the metal to beat laws that would restrict her decision on motherhood to Susan, who already has kids but now feels anchored to a marriage she no longer wants. The second half of the novel starts off with the mentor in jail awaiting her trial for medical malpractice and conspiracy to commit murder. The wife Susan continues to struggle with her marriage after having an affair and the daughter. Maddie attempts to receive an illegal abortion while also communicating with the biographer through the process. The biographer also struggles with looming reality of not becoming a mother, and we see an odd relationship between her and Maddie. The second half resolves in no conviction for Jin, a divorce for Susan, and a solution for Maddie's abortion. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.